Hey people, just come on to make a quick video about the UK and how the country is literally in the toilet, okay? So there was a protest today, a national one in London, against the prescription of an activist group, a Palestinian activist group. And I've seen footage of like a woman priest being arrested, a blind guy, like a pensioner guy in a wheelchair. I think that's the worst thing I've seen at a protest. That is literally mass psychosis in plain sight. I mean, very obviously terrorists, and they should be these two very dangerous members of public. Jesus. Anyway, at the time when all of this kicked off, after the planes got sprayed with red paint, well, this is what I think should be the real story, and this is what British people should really be in uproar about, not about protesters doing criminal damage, is how Britain is not sovereign. It's owned by rael because of the financial arrangements. It came to light that these planes were owned by a hedge fund and leased back to the Royal Air Force, and not even British taxpayer assets like they should be. This is the scandal. This is the disgrace. This is what should be in the news. This is what everyone should be crying about and moaning about and protesting about, because rael is buying all our assets, and they're basically all the uproar and all of these laws it's these Israelis who are getting the laws passed behind in the back door in Parliament, nobody votes for them. They're saying it's Jewish businesses. It's a business called Polygon, I think. Yeah, Polygon, something like that. Is this hedge fund? And we should all be protesting about that. We should all be in uproar about that, because rael shouldn't be owning all of Britain, and we need to get all of our assets back. They doesn't belong to them. They can't be using rael as a guarantor for everything anymore, because rael isn't even their country. This is like me reclaiming my land in Palestine. They're trying to rob my inheritance in Gaza, but they're also robbing the British public. I've also posted about how they've robbed the Carnegie Trust. How they got the Carnegie fucking Trust? Robbery. They're fucking robbers. Why are they setting up trusts and then giving the assets back on rent? Who in Westminster is shareholders? That also needs to come to light. It's fucking disgusting. Everyone needs to get them. All of this stuff needs to come back into British hands. It's not theirs. They're not even taxpayers. They don't pay tax. They just set up these fake trusts, fake charities, fake CICs, and get tax breaks here, there, and everywhere. Spend 6 months there, 6 months here. Don't pay tax anywhere. Fucking interlopers, bottom feeders. Nobody wants parasites like that about no more. It's the end of them times. End of that slavery shit. We want our country back. And it's not from Islam. It's from these fuckers. It's from these fuckers, these psycho criminals, literally infiltrating our democracies, getting laws passed behind the scenes to label blind pensioner men in wheelchairs terrorists, getting all these pensioners arrested so they can steal all their assets as well. That's another thing. Like, it's proportionately more pensioners. I've done videos about this before, about that trend, because they want to rob the houses. They're just on a massive asset grab to link to use Chitrell as a guarantor. They're robbing all of Gaza for this. They're robbing all British land for this. They're robbing all American land for this. Americans, if you don't know, they're doing it to you as well. That's why they're shitting all over farmers. I've also made a video about that before. America's going to have a famine. Britain's going to have a famine, all because of Chitrell and this fake forcing upon us of artificial intelligence, everything, and these fake delusions of I don't know what they keep calling it, like super intelligence versus multiverses. Get in the fucking toilet. Everyone's in the fucking toilet anyway because of Chitrell. Chitrell needs to fucking do one. Everyone doing this fucking bullshit on behalf of Chitrell needs to fucking do one. Needs to get locked. They're the people that should be in prison, not the Filton people. It's these institutional mass fraudsters that they fleece billions from us, the taxpayers, who are making everybody work 2 jobs, 3 jobs, not having enough costs to afford living, while they're doing fraudulent financial arrangements like that behind the scenes. That's the story. It's not this Palestinian activist group that's been prescribed behind the back door by lumping it up with 2 neo-Nazi groups, so Parliament couldn't, judge them fairly. And why there has to be, then now there's millions of pounds spent on policing, getting people police from here, there and everywhere from across the country to police these protests on high alert because there's hundreds of terrorists now wandering the streets of London. For fuck's sake, what the fuck is wrong with people? Mass psychosis. This is a very perfect example of mass psychosis. In fact, if you go on my Instagram, you'll see it as a pinned thing, like a screenshot of that YouTube video, but I might link it in this description so people can go and watch that video that describes, it's from a I can't remember her name, but it was one of Carl Jung's students. She's a psych. I don't know if she was German. She's either German or Swiss, and I can't remember her name. But anyway, this is mass psychosis in British society that we're just supposed to accept as normal, as law and order. Law and fucking order. No, it's not. It's mass psychosis. Let's be clear. I never thought I'd see the frigging day to see the crowds of police around a very obvious terrorist that was a blind pensioner in a wheelchair. Dear Lord Almighty, we need help. We, as a collective, we need help, because that's a fucking disaster. Anyway, we should all be crying about these hedge funds. They did the same with the water company, did the same with the energy. We need to get it back because it's fraud. They are mass fraudsters. Everyone needs to be exposed who has shares in Westminster, because what they're doing is illegal. They shouldn't be fleecing the British public like that. Yeah, because it's all, especially and they're poisoning us as well. They're poisoning us in the water. There's all this mass scam. There's all the climate stuff and all these energy companies that were doing green energy and energy for charities and stuff like that. They're all scams. So all the scammers need to be exposed, basically. We don't want institutional fraudsters in that's supposed to be where we trust them to provide our essential services ethically. Where's the ethics? Where's the morals? There's no belief in anything anymore. Everything is in the shit. It's in the sewer. It's down the fucking toilet. People should not be crying. People should be thanking the Palestinian activist group for exposing this. Yeah. They do the same. They're Shitrel is a one-trick pony, people. You need to appreciate this. They do the same formula again and again and again. And I don't know why, but people always act like it's new and there's hysteria about it. No, they just follow the same formula. They do the same shit. But just like, they just follow the same rule and they just get away with it. They're trying to do a trust. Like they've got this fake trusts on the... There's a fake trust on my house. There's a fake trust on the RAF assets. They're trying to do fake trust on Gaza to get my inheritance. They do fake trust everywhere and call them Jewish businesses. These are not Jewish businesses. Stolen. This is theft. This is bank larceny as well, because banks have to do all the transacting. Fake powers of attorney, because if you put in... claiming people are beneficiaries and things, or on things that they're not, you've got to say that someone's incapable somewhere, that you've got to take over it. So, you know, this is the type of shit that people need to really be focusing on. And yeah, and it's also tax fraud, massive tax fraud, massive loan fraud, and they all need to be begging us as the public, as the people paying into the public purse, for forgiveness. But they won't be able to adhere to anything anyway, because they just robbed everything from anyone. They don't have anything to give anyone. It's a freaking joke. They've literally bust the whole world with their fake trust, fake stock markets, everything on the everything, all these shares, fake, not in the fucking real world. They want everyone to live in accordance with their Shitreli delusion bubble, which means that they have everything and they're the business owners of things that they haven't actually built up themselves. That's what they want to do. They want to just come in and basically take what someone else has built for themselves. That's what they do. Like in I don't even know if I can call it a joke, but Palestinians say that about all of their houses is that they take them fully furnished. Take all of their houses fully furnished, because that's what they do. They take everything that's been built with a, you know, or like they either do that or they create like fake paperwork for demolition. So they just take the house fully furnished and they move in with everything in there. Or they create fake paperwork, like say, oh, you don't have permission to be on this land, you're breaking the law, and it's all fake. It's just, they get it, and then they get it done by their shitty courts or whatever. And they're doing this, they're abusing our justice system to do the same fraud. Get the fuck out of here, man. Get that shit out of that. We want our democracy back. We want them out, and we want our fucking democracy back. Get those shitheads out of Britain. Get them out of everywhere. Get their disgusting fingers out of every pie that they've got themselves in by these fucking Epstein tapes, sex bribes. That's what it is. And America, any Americans watching, get to the bottom of that. Get all these fucking Shitralis out of our democracies. Get their dirty fingers out of all our pies. All these politicians, they should have just owned up to the sex crimes, because it's lesser charges than genocide. It's fucking disgusting. Electoral fraud, judicial fraud, institutional fraud, tax fraud, all of these frauds that they've got going on here. Disgusting. And blocking people, me, from earning an honest living. honest living, being a normal citizen, like human rights abuses on normal people. For them to do fraud like that on a fucking daily, I don't fucking think so, man. Get rid of it. Get rid of it. Anyway, guys, that's the real story. This hedge fund that they uncovered, that's the real story. It's not as fucking shocking that it was. It's not the blind guy that's been arrested in the wheelchair. That is just hysteria, that's just distraction, that's deflection, that's getting away from actually the real matter, the real thing about how deeply is the claws of shit rael is in Britain, and we need our assets back, we want our services back, we want all the poisoning out of our water, we want just our energy services to be normal, and we want all the shareholders own up, put your hands up. No, we shouldn't be having any of that. Any MPs who are engaged in that kind of practice need to be held accountable. No. Anyone in the financial institutions that are enabling this kind of fraud, all imprisoned because it's criminal. Crimes. Just disgusting. They do every fucking crime and make it look legal. They know they do literally everything they do is criminal, and they want to put it on our doorstep and make us involved in it, just by coercion or leech off us, literally be parasites on us, bring crime to our door, make us trying to accept criminal practices as normal. No, it's not fucking normal. No. Britain is supposed to be Catholic. And Islamic law and Catholic law in regards to finances is the same. It's not put all these extra charges and do all of this, have bad brokers and everything. That's what they are, a bad fucking broker. That's what shit rael is. It's a bad broker. And it calls itself a state. It's not a state, it's a bad broker. It's a military cult fraternity. Bad broker. That's what it is. Get rid of it. It belongs in the trash. It's always been trash. It came from trash. Everything about it is trash. It doesn't really matter that they're Jewish. It's the way that they operate. Everything about them, they think that they're above the law and that they're not going to get caught. They're not going to face justice. No, justice is fucking here because they've crashed everything trying to eliminate us from the face of the earth, and it's not going to work. That's it. خلصنا منهم. كلنا خلصنا منهم. يلا مع السلامة.